I'm so excited for this today. I'm going to introduce you guys to the man that makes me feel like $1,000,000 and I wish that he lived in my pocket. This is Max May and he's going to be teaching us today how to contour.
Hi.
This is Max. I love him and you guys are going to love him too because he's going to teach all of us where that contouring goes. I really have no clue what the word even means. I know I put it on and it's in the wrong place. So that's why Max is here today, to come and help you and me understand how it all works.
Let's do this.
I do feel like it's that fine line of like, where's the right spot, but also what's enough, what's not enough.
That will come when I show you exactly where it's going and you feel more confident. Should we get into it?
Yes, please, because I want to learn all the tricks, because all I know is that he makes me feel so snatched and I feel like Kendall Jenner, and I just want to make myself look as much like that as I can without having you in my bathroom every day.
We should tell everybody that I have done a base on you. And I have actually highlighted your skin because, I mean, as much as today we're doing contouring, I think highlighting is very much a part of contouring. I like to put the highlighter in these kind of spots that I want to really brighten and lift. And then I put the foundation over the top.
One thing I've got to say that someone said to me the other day that like made a light bulb moment, because I have no clue about contouring whatsoever. Contouring is the shadow where you want to bring in.
Push in.
And highlighting pushes out.
Exactly.
And that was like, for me, light bulb, like I kind of understood then the theory behind what you're trying to achieve.
Totally. Okay, so I'm going to start first up with the cream because I feel like the cream is the most forgiving and the easiest to blend. We basically want to identify the areas that we want to push in. My foolproof cream contour is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin. I'm using number 2 on you today. I like to use a dense, slightly angled brush. So you said to me you have problems with how dark or how light you're going. What happens sometimes is when you just whack it straight into the pan and then you put it onto the face, is it'll be super dark there and it'll be really light there. So what is a really good trick there is to sweep it around, get a bit of product on the end, and then start working it either into the back of your hand, into the bristles like this. So you get a really nice even spread of product in your brush so that it goes on more even to the face.
Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it?
And now what we want to do is we want to kind of define what those points are that we want to add the shade to. So I think a really good rule of thumb is just to start at the cheekbone and to start at the back and work your way forward in this area, because you want to apply more here than you do there. If there's too much here, it'll pull the face down. So start at the back and you want to really feel that cheekbone. And see how I'm kind of just like stamping?
You're patting.
Yeah, I'm patting.
Because I go like this. I rub.
Swipe, yeah. Which will disturb the foundation underneath. So pushing it up on that, under that cheekbone like so. And you're just really patting it. You don't really want to come in any further than like a quarter of the way into the eye. Where the cheekbone finishes, you can feel the edge of your cheekbone there. So you're just kind of dabbing.
Okay, so I've been going like way too far down.
Yeah, like, and when you come in too far, what happens is it pulls you down. The contouring, you want it to lift. So you really want to work back into the top of the ear here, like so.
Because I've been going to like the pupil.
Yeah, probably a little bit too far, and just don't come any further than that.
Okay.
How's that feel? Feels pretty good. Do you want to have a little go?
Okay.
Go on, be daring.
Okay, wish me luck. Like that?
Yep,
then
beautiful.
Back of the hand.
Back of the hand. Dab it in. Just, a couple more times. That just works it really into the bristles.
Like, look how much comes off. Imagine putting that straight on the face.
And we can come back and pick that up later for like the nose and the forehead, because we don't really need as much. So we really want to start in nice and deep, and see when you look straight into the mirror there, see how there's nearly a little bit of a dip there, a little bit of shadow. But ultimately what you want to do is you really want to feel for that cheekbone and push up into the bottom of that cheekbone with your brush.
There.
Yeah, exactly. So
but like what way do you hold the brush? That way.
Whatever feels comfortable. There's no rule. Whatever feels comfortable.
Okay. Oh my God, I'm so
What are you, left-handed?
Yes.
Yeah, then this hand for sure. Beautiful, yeah.
This way though, or that way?
That way.
That way.
So shorter bristles down, longer bristles up. Yeah. Don't be afraid to push it in and
I am
feel
afraid.
that cheek. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful.
experience watching me do contour.
That's nice. That's really beautiful. Ultimately, that's really where we want it. And the key is just to keep working in on top of it, not to smear it around, because we really want to isolate it in that situation. And sometimes if I'm not completely happy, I just circle it with my finger and then look at that blend.
Yeah.
But you don't want to smear it around.
I've been
That's
smearing.
the trick.
I've been a smearer.
Let's go move on to a different area. And I think the next area we really want to work on is our jawline. We always want that really nice sharp jawline. And again, like here, it starts really deep. So you want to start here at the back of the ear. And this is kind of like the bottom of our number 3. So this will be our top, this will be our center, and this will be our bottom of the number 3. And again, we're just kind of doing these like little dabbing motions.
Yeah, let me do this. I'll take the YSLs off.
Oh, let's not get
Let's go get bronzer on the YSL.
So this is our bottom of the number 3. So we're just working underneath. You don't need to come all the way in. And again, we're pushing up underneath. You just want to add a little bit of shadow here, and you can just lightly, ever so lightly, blend this out. And this product on here is just what's left on the brush. Yeah. You can take from the back of your hand and just repeat again. So just kind of...
The angled side?
Yeah, the angled side. Take what's off the bottom of the brush. Yeah, that's it. Beautiful.
Just to there.
Yeah.
Which is like...
You could come a little bit further in.
Into the
I
eyebrow.
feel. The best way to work out where it is just to step back and just to have a little look at yourself. So put the brush down and just take a little look and think, oh, I'd like it to be a little bit more snatched. I'd like to bring it forward a little bit more. So then do it, bring it forward a little bit more. But ultimately, we're just carving a shadow in here at the back of our jaw so that it starts nice and sharp.
What do you think?
Looks great. Looks beautiful. The next bit is going to be obviously the top of our number 3. And I know I'm starting a little bit like upside down, because generally you would start here and go down. But I find that when girls go into that palette and they do the number 3 and they start from here, this is so dark.
Yeah.
And then here's kind of like, oh, it's okay, it's okay. And then down here, it's nothing. Where for me, I really like it to be carved in here, and I like it to be carved in here. And I just like this to be just a really light shadow up here. So I think by starting here underneath the jaw, underneath the cheekbones, and then sweeping down underneath the jaw, and then coming back up and applying a little bit here at the top and along the hairline, it'll just get a more graduated contour. So let's take a little bit more out of our pan, work it into the back of my hand, and then we're just gonna follow the hairline. Now there's no real trick here other than following the hairline and just coming down and joining that up, but just staying really close to the hairline. And there we have our number 3.
What I'm not good at is the blending part. Like I over blend or I under blend.
You can always apply more. It's harder to take off, so always take less. Take less. You don't need much. You can go back in and get more. There's plenty in the palette. Let's keep going. Keep blending, keep blending, keep blending, keep going over the top. Less is always more.
Should I be going back to the hairline
like that? In like that? Yeah, absolutely. Then there'll be no transition between your skin. Nice. Okay. Yeah, beautiful. Now I feel like you could come in with your fingers and you could just blend that out, because I feel like you could make that a little bit softer. Yeah, just really soft patting motion. That's pretty nice. Come on. That's really beautiful. So let's go in with the contouring on the nose. So I'm going to take it back. I would take probably just like a little shadow brush, or like something a little bit more kind of rounded, or a concealer brush, just so it's a little bit smaller and it's more specific. Again, take your contour, work it off on the back of your hand. Work it off on the back of your hand. Now we want less is more. So you really only want to see a tiny little bit of shadow on the back of your hand. And basically you're just going to swipe it up and down the nose.
This freaks me out.
Getting it as close to the top of your nose as possible. So if you look straight on, right, to the camera, you really want to push it into the side of the nose here, right at that top point. Yeah. And then take it through the contour. Feel the contour of your eye there.
You're doing contouring under my eye there?
Yeah.
Okay, this blows my mind.
A little bit of depth. So we're following the corners of the face. So I'm pushing into the side of the nose, staying as close to the ridge of the nose as possible. And then I'm just like a windscreen wiper, pushing in to the contour of the eye. And that's our first step. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Go.
I just need
less is more.
Okay, sorry.
Don't get heavy-handed. And you're going to push on that side line. Yeah, beautiful. That's it. Yep, nice. Good.
How far up do you go?
Right up. Go right up into the crevice of the nose here. So like this. Can I show you? Looking at yourself. Up here and into this contour. And get up and in.
Okay.
You're just going to do it like this.
Yeah.
Really small tapping, patting motions, following the corner of the eye and into this socket.
Okay.
Yeah, beautiful. There you go.
Like there, through there.
Contour, yeah, and
Is
then
it?
push it into the deepest part of the eye. So see that bit there?
Yeah.
Yeah, in here, like it's that deepest part. But let's just focus on the nose first.
I think I get freaked out at the whole process and I need to just like streamline.
Beautiful, there you go. Yeah. Go on, stop, have a look. Looks pretty good.
I've never done that before.
And then just a little bit on the end. And I really focus on the tip because if you do it right on the tip, it'll give a more lifted nose look. So just swipe it across the tip of the nose. Yeah? And that'll just give us a nice little lift. How's that?
Yeah.
Pretty good. And then taking what is left on the back of your hand, because there's quite a bit there. What we're going to do now, looking straight ahead, basically, you're going to lift and you're going to join that contour, so the eye contour into the shading that we did into the hairline. And we want to work upright. And the line we want to follow is the bottom lash line. So see how that goes up like that? Imagine that kept going into your hair. Yeah. Follow that imaginary line and push it up. Okay. So we've just snatched our face and now we're snatching our eyes.
So
yep.
That way.
Go higher. Go higher. Yep. And up. Yeah. Up here. There you go. There you go. Imagine there's a line here. Look, see that line? Now do it. There you go. Beautiful. And you can use your fingers to create these lines. There's nothing wrong with that. So sometimes when I'm doing my own, I'll put my hand in there like that and I'll use my thumb as the line. And then by following that line, you're really lifting the eyes up rather than back. So you're getting that really nice lift that you've created here and then you've created here. So it's all pulling everything up and back. So just trust in the process. Keep blending at it, keep tapping away at it.
And don't get overwhelmed by the entirety of it all. Totally,
totally. Let's wrap this up. Let's set this in place. I really love to finish it off with a powder bronzer. I'm using the Ambient bronzer. It's from Hourglass. They're super forgiving. They're really easy to blend with. And then you're just going over the top of everything that we did, but you're doing it super lightly. You can feel that I'm barely touching the skin. Like I'm really just tickling it. And this is basically just gonna set the cream in place, and this is gonna add a little bit of warmth. And this will soften out a lot of those edges as well. You can bring it a little bit onto the apples of the cheeks if you want. See, just a little bit on each side. Tap it off. And draw a number 3 for me. Really lightly, you barely want it to touch the skin, yeah. And then out underneath that cheek, and then back around, and then underneath the jaw. Beautiful, and then come back up, out onto the contour of that cheek. Yeah, beautiful, and then up through the temple. Beautiful, and this is just really setting that cream down in place, adding a little bit of extra color. Gorgeous.
A few moments later.
And voila, she's snatched.
Oh, I love you. He's the best.
How do you feel?
Oh my god, I feel amazing. I feel so much more confident. So guys, we hope you enjoyed this and you've learned something from it that you're going to take home and work in your own beauty routine. If you're into this, like and subscribe, and hit me back with what else you want to see, what else you need to know, what else you want to learn. And if you want Max to come on back, if you're liking anything else in this look that he didn't explain or you want more explanation about, let us know, because I know that he'll come back and see us again.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.